Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. As Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, he took the 12 disciples aside by themselves and said to them on the way, "Behold, we are going up to Jerusalem. The Son of Man will be handed over to the chief priests and the scribes, and they will condemn him to death and hand him over to the Gentiles to be mocked and scourged and crucified, and he will be raised on the third day." Then the mother of Zebedee's sons approached Jesus with her sons and did him homage, wishing to ask him for something. He said to her, "What do you wish?" She answered, "Command that these 2 sons of mine sit one at your right and the other at your left in your kingdom." Jesus said in reply, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the chalice that I am going to drink?" They said to him, "We can." He replied, "My chalice you will indeed drink, but to sit at my right and my left is not mine to give, but is for those for whom it has been prepared by my Father." When the 10 heard this, they became indignant at the 2 brothers. But Jesus summoned them and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentile lord it over them, and the great ones make their authority over them felt, but it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you shall be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you shall be your slave. Just so the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as ransom for many." The Gospel of the Lord. I guess the question that Jesus asks is too easily passed over. Are you willing to drink the cup? Jeremiah is where we begin in our reading today, and he says, "Hear me, O Lord, and listen to what my adversaries say." This is the opening of Jeremiah's prayer for vengeance. He's not having a good day. And 2 chapters later, he's going to find himself scourged and placed in stocks. And he is going to have an interior crisis, you could say a dark night of the soul, steeped in desolation, to the point where he cries out, "You duped me, Lord, and I let myself be duped. I had no clue what you were going to ask from me, and you pulled me along just the same." So this in the lectionary here, this selection from Jeremiah is kind of juxtaposed to the mother of Zebedee's sons, Mrs. Zebedee, where she says to Jesus, "Command that these 2 sons of mine sit one at your right and the other at your left in your kingdom." Now, she wasn't making a request. She said, "I want you to command that this happens." That's very bold. Shallow enthusiasm with very few interior resources to go the long haul will find someone coming up really short. Was she really ready to put herself on the line, and were her sons really ready? It's a basic problem of many good-intentioned plans and dreams, shallow intentions, and a few interior resources. A marathon runner does more than just dream about crossing the finish line. Aching joints, shin splints, hurting feet. Yeah. Couples at the altar, soon to be married, see a honeymoon to come, but there's more. Much more. And a career is more than a means to amass wealth, and it may even tempt us to lose our soul in the process because of the lack of that interior fortitude. The desire to be at the throne with Jesus, it looks really good. And it's fantastic when we start thinking about heaven. And it looks so good and feels so good to wonder at these things. But then Jesus says, yeah, can you drink the chalice? The cup that has to be consumed before you ascend. Are you ready to do the reality of all the suffering necessary to reach your goal? To seek nothing less than the love of Christ that's what we have to do. We have to drink the cup. But we don't do it for the sake of the glory of the throne, which will come, we pray, but we do it for love, for the love of Jesus Christ. It's that love, and only that love, that can empower us because of his grace, that we begin to consort with in a loving relationship with him. And it's through that grace that we can go to the throne. But as they say, you can't wear the crown if you can't bear the cross. And sometimes love is indeed a cross, isn't it? And yet, the endurance of the cross does lead to the greater glory, which Jesus reminds us of every time we look at the crucifix.
Regina Celi, letare